Jai Ganesha.
Sri Ganesha.
Hi, viewers. I am Voice Veda, and I have my podcast partner Vijay with us.
Hi everyone. Hope you're doing well.
Well, and today we're taking a full HD drone shot, a giant hand aerial view of India in 2025, a year where India didn't whisper, it hummed, a year where geopolitics met local streets, global strategies met home realities, and news headlines actually shaped how people lived, worked, traveled, voted, and even scrolled. So, in the next 15 minutes, we are going to give you the clearest, simplest, human friendly breakdown of India's strategic moves abroad and life changing shifts at home, told like a story and not a textbook. So buckle up, sip what you're sipping. This is India 2025 on the mic aerial view. So, India's foreign policy in 2025.
Yeah, before we get started, I wanted to kind of give a little overview on what we wanted to discuss. This entire video focuses on what has majorly happened in India and what are the major things that could have shaken up India and that could have profited India. So this podcast is all about year in review 2025 with main focus on India.
So true. Yeah. So 2025 was the year India didn't shout, didn't panic either, just quietly moved pieces like a seasoned chess player. So strategic autonomy stayed the headline. Then no pick aside pressure worked because during the Russian-Ukraine war, we maintained our own stand. Neither we sided with Russia nor with Ukraine. So that's the biggest example. Then India made friends everywhere but stayed owned by no one. So it bought energy where it was affordable, took tech where it was useful, and offered partnerships where they were respectful. So India's foreign policy in 2025 is equal to practical, patient, and mature.
I would always say one more P for that one, very profitable as well. See, there are definitely certain improvement areas that India could have done better in terms of communication, in terms of voicing out. Leaving one or two areas, I think it was very, very profitable as well.
Certainly. Coming to the Russia-India bond stayed rock solid. Even under global scrutiny, India continued buying discounted oil, expanding trade, and upgrading defense cooperation. Why? Because India looks at interests, not instructions. Oil affordability mattered, energy security mattered, and strategic options mattered. And 2025 proved India isn't scared to stand firm when the world talks loudly.
Yeah, I think I wanted to put up the famous our MEA hero Jaishankar's dialogue. We don't want preachers, we want partners. So it's just not in saying, but we have done practically as well. So Jai Ho Jaishankar.
True. Coming to US and India relations, warm but with homework. 2025 saw the US expecting more from India on global issues, but India played it cool because US tried its they have gone beyond their ways and means to bring so many tactical pressures on India, and we tried to work together where interests align because India tried to play it cool, no commitment where they don't. They did not give any commitment where they don't have to, and they kept conversations open without losing independence. So it's like a strong friendship where both sides know each other's boundaries very precisely.
Yeah, I wouldn't say strong friendship. The strong friendship status has moved to friendship now, and we wish it continues to stay in a friendship mode in 2026 as well, because there would be a lot of dynamics in 2026. But for the year 2025, I think definitely there's a lot of strain in the Indo-US relationships. It all started with Op Sindur when Mr. Trump has tweeted something which he has not done, and he has been boasting across 1,000 times across multiple platforms, and that's little bit agony. And the strategic partnership has turned into partnership because the way initial from Jan to until July or August, I would say, that the way the Trump administration 2.0 actually bullied the entire Indian government, talking about Indians and all, like, which definitely did not go well. And we could see this definitely there is a good friendship and partnership continuing, which neither of the countries cannot deny at this point of time. Both are dependent on each other. So let's hope that continues
Because
for both the good of the nations.
His mouthpiece has extended his taunts to keep themselves into their president's good books.
Yeah. And then one more thing, I think we have to bring in Mr. Piyush Goyal also to this particular discussion. I think he is like very, very strong. And if the trade negotiations, if someone knows, sir, like they don't want Piyush Goyal to come for the trade negotiations. So they call him some sort of a bulldog because they don't want to talk to him. That guy is so cutthroat. Like till now, like he's only saying from an Indian standpoint, our Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal saying, हमको कोई जल्दी नहीं, जब अच्छा होगा तो करेंगे, नहीं तो नहीं करेंगे.
Right. Then coming to China, it's like no drama, just distance. So 2025 wasn't a year of big fights or big hugs either. It was a year of keeping the border stable, strengthening maritime watch, building alternative supply chains, and pushing back diplomatically where needed. The unspoken truth: both countries know peace is cheaper than conflict, but distrust is too old to vanish.
I think on the China thing, I think we have to definitely mention the photograph of Xi Jinping and Russian President Putin and India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. I think that particular photograph has shaken the entire global affairs for at least 3 to 4 days. People did not sleep. Just one that photograph.
Looking over the shoulder.
Definitely it has shaken. Like that's what I said. Like optics are very, very important in this world. Like we are living in a world where optics speak a lot of things.
One image had almost
shattered a lot of images.
So true. Well then, well said. Neighborhood diplomacy. India became the big brother who actually shows up. So with Sri Lanka stabilizing, Maldives rebalancing, Nepal exploring options, and Bangladesh dealing with transitions, India focused on energy sharing, then connectivity, maritime security, and economic support. So less preaching, more problem solving. A quieter, humbler, effective in India emerged in South Asia.
Yeah, I think to add that particular, I think I might have a different view on this. I think we could have treated our neighbors, especially Bangladesh and Pakistan, in a better way. I think we let them talk more this time around. And as I would say, like there are a lot of global leaderships and summits that were happening in India as well, like the Putin visit and all. Maybe next year, I think we should definitely talk more and ensure that they are in line. Like they cannot bark as they want.
Right. Well, then 2025 witnessed BRICS and Global South. India found its spotlight. So 2025 was the year India truly became the voice of the Global South. Not aggressive, not dramatic, just consistent, respected leadership. My pardon. It positioned itself as a tech bridge, a climate voice, a development partner, and then a market with credibility. So when smaller nations felt unheard, India became their microphone.
I think I wanted to add, because there's lots been discussed on this particular topic, but one particular thing that India has done very bluntly or like very explicitly is that the axis of AI, and they want India as a country, like we are promoting AI for much larger causes, just not for a commercial business or profit and loss or a balance sheets. We want that AI to be implemented for larger causes where it could solve a lot of problems for the people, especially for the global south.
So true. Then comes Pahalgam attack, a heartbreak, heart-wrenching that touched every state. The April Pahalgam attack shook the entire country. Tourists, families, local guides, ordinary people caught in a moment of madness because the emotions were skyrocketing. Sentiments were literally put to test. So India's response, Operation Sindoor, showed the military's precision and the government's resolve. But the real story, the human one, the nation grieving together and promising never again.
I think on the Ops Sindoor 1.0, I think definitely we have done as a country very, very well. And it has proven the world that India could do much better things, and everyone was surprised, including US, Russia, Israel, who are all constantly on war with one or other thing or supporting in this sort of a conflict. Everyone was surprised, including our friendly enemy China as well, because we kind of shot their lot of aircrafts and a lot of their air defense systems actually. So I think it was a complete surprise shock for China. Now they are actually rethinking what they have to do, how they have to build their defenses across the border with India.
So true. And then comes Mahakumbh 2025, the world's largest human gathering. Prayagraj became a living, breathing ocean of people. Millions arrived, millions prayed, then millions returned safe. It wasn't just spiritual, it was logistical brilliance and at scale. A logistical brilliance at scale, and India's quite superpower.
I think UPCM Yogi ji nickname is the bulldozer Baba. Actually, this time actually he has used bulldozers to kind of set up a satellite city called Prayagraj for especially for the Mahakumbh. People are only thinking like the 45 days went well, but the planning, the strategic thinking, the tactical things that Mr. Yogi ji done, and the bulldozers he has used for the economics this time around, not for controlling the criminals, and he has an excellent job. It's definitely not easy, and it's a very big case study across the universities. How did this happen? How did the magic of 50 crore people came in, went out, and the event went very, very successful, and it created a lot of economic activity. 1 lakh crores.
There's a small correction I just want to mention. I heard it's around 60 to 63 crores.
Okay. Maybe like my love towards for the country, maybe exaggerating the figures, but I get back to the correct figure. Even the 60,000 crores in 45 days is very, very alarming.
Right.
And it's a very, very good success story.
Right.
For every one of us to cheer.
Right. 63 crores, it's
63,000 crores.
No, it's 63 crores of people.
Oh, no, I'm talking of the economics that got generated.
Right.
So, yeah. But don't get confused. The people side, it's like 63 crores. On the economic side, it's like 1 lakh crores.
Right.
Sort of.
So that comes to India's economy, the confidence phase. So 2025 wasn't a boom. It wasn't a bust either. It was a confidence year. Manufacturing kept growing. Digital payments hit new heights. Then foreign companies kept scouting locations. Youth entrepreneurship exploded. So India felt like a country gearing up, not slowing down.
Yeah, definitely. I think one would have thought based on the tariffs that US has put like the 25% is 25%, 50%, like it's going to impact Indian economy. No, we grow tremendously. I think the Q2 GDP, July, August, September, it's 8.2. It's like no one can achieve, like world has been slowed. Yeah.
Skyrocketing.
World has slowed down post-COVID, and only nation that has been doing consistently and outperforming all the analysts across the street is India.
Quarter after quarter.
Quarter after quarter, and 8.2 GDP is like greater achievement. And I believe October, November, December, we could see more surprises because we had the highest Diwali spends.
And all the sectors, by the way.
Yeah, all the spend. Highest Diwali spends. I think this quarter numbers, I think, would be much more.
That's somewhere around 4 lakh crores, is it?
The numbers are not yet out, but yeah.
It is close to what, that's what we get to hear.
But economically, I think we have really done well when the entire world is sinking. We are in sync with the world and we are rising.
Right. And then comes to tech and AI. India started building its own digital backbone. So 2025 witnessed India's stack upgrades, then AI regulation drafts, cybersecurity tightening, then semiconductor partnerships, and smart city pilots expanding. So India wasn't chasing a Silicon Valley. It was building its own digital model, open, local, and scalable.
I think one thing I just wanted to add on the digital front, one of the major breakthroughs, I would say, the European Union tips, they want to tie up with UPI, and the work is in progress. I think the first phase of approvals, I think, have gone, they worked out well. Tomorrow, if this entire project goes successful, someone sitting in the Sweden can actually buy something in India with his card, or they can actually transfer the funds in a matter of seconds what they do in WhatsApp. Currently, like,
So
they have to go through
a lot
like
of
24, 48 hours. I don't know what is the time frame, but now it's very, very easy. Like,
and during the last visit or recent visit of France President Macron, so there was some what do you call the UPI transaction happened right
in
his
front of,
presence, right?
yeah, like he was asked to do, like, once he came to
Exactly.
the airport, like, they kind of give him that UPI.
Right.
Normally, you buy the dollars and all.
The people were
travel
taking him
card.
was
Yeah.
taking him around, and he was made to pay through UPI, and he seemed to have shown an expression of interest in getting to have the UPI system set up in their country as well.
I think UPI, the amount of transactions is like very, very bullish. And if we are able to partner with European Union, and we are also trying to get this to Latin America and African countries,
Nothing like
I think it's like a game changer for entire India.
And then climate stress, then water, heat, and reality checks. So heat waves weren't just weather events; they became economic events. Cities adjusted work hours. Then states pushed for water security. Green energy investments multiplied. So 2025 by and large taught India one thing. Climate isn't coming, it is here. And it shapes everything from food prices to migration to city planning.
Yeah. I think definitely, I think there's a lot of planning went in this particular area, and the government has done definitely a commendable job. Are we there? No, still there's a lot of work in progress, and we have to do that. We have to continue the good work.
Well, the human mood of India in 2025. So this is the emotional layer of geopolitics. People worried about safety after Pahalgam. People felt proud after India's diplomatic balancing. People felt hopeful seeing big infrastructure opening. People felt stressed with rising living costs. People felt ambitious, wanting better jobs, better cities, and better futures. So India's story in 2025 was not just policy, it was people wanting progress.
I think to wrap it up, I would say, like, what do you think 2025, like, as per you, like, top 3 things or 5 things that you wanted to tell our audience?
Well, the first thing starts with a major
Your
bang.
favorite Mahakumbh.
Mahakumbh. Yeah. Of course, I would say that's the head of the whole event list of events.
Mm.
And then the much heart-wrenching Pahalgam attack, the way how followed by the follow-through action by our Indian government in response in the form of Operation Sindoor. And then came the SCO meet.
That one photograph changed a lot of photographs.
Exactly. And yes, these are the 3 or 4 key events that I would put right on the top for the year 2025. And of course, the hosting that we are doing for Vladimir Putin.
Yeah.
And the year started with Mahakumbh, and the year is getting concluded with Russian president's visit equally.
I think I wanted to add few pointers here.
Certainly.
One thing we did not discuss, what is the political situation within India. I think the Bihar elections.
Right, I did discuss.
The opposition has started with vote chori. Ultimately, they ended up with their seat chori to JDU and the BJP combo, and they have done excellently well. They have beaten all the exit polls. Like
they didn't expect the outcome of the result in their wildest of dreams. I would say that.
And that's one thing. And that Bihar elections has given a way to do SIR across the nation.
Has set the tone upfront straight up.
And for across the nation, now you can see, like, a lot is getting cleaned up in West Bengal.
Exactly.
Because next year they will be going into polls, and we also have critical polls that are going to come up in Tamil Nadu in the
As
year
well.
2026, and we have a new party launched by actor Vijay, and there's a kind of a buzz going on that he might actually partner with NDA in contesting the election. So that's one thing. And Delhi elections, BJP has won after a gap of 15, 16 years. I think they kind of outsmarted AAP, and they took the Delhi crown. That's one thing on the political side, and there was a lot of questions at the start of the year because if you look at 2025, it was like 6 months this government has, it's a coalition sort of a government, because BJP did not have more number of seats, full majority. There were a lot of doubts whether this government will take stronger decisions or not. But if you wrap up from Jan to December, I think out of the entire 14 years, what BJP has done, I think they have done really well in this coalition government. So we don't know what is the success story, what Mr. Amit Shah or Modi has thought behind the screens, but
neither we are aware of the deals.
We are aware. But like, if someone can look at, even an audience or viewers can look at, I think this is the best they have delivered in a coalition government till date. And politically, I think the SIR actually dig the grave for the opposition. They unnecessarily brought that topic, and I think it's killing them. And definitely, we are going to watch out for the Bengal elections and Tamil Nadu elections. I feel like we are going to see a definitely possible change in the governments there. So, on the India political aspect of it, I think these are certainly good things. And one thing we also wanted to bring, I think, is the Delhi blast. We saw that as a small set of activity where, like, we have definitely 13 to 14 lives have been gone because of that particular blast. But if someone analyzes the Delhi blast in particular, I think it's a huge racket. No one expects doctor to do all, like, it's a normal. I have seen some meme in X. Normally, you have that RX, right. And then they were saying, like, you want to use RDX. So I think that's been biggest terror bust, and government is not coming out, or like they're not putting that sort of an information, because either it could be they don't want the people to panic, or they don't want the terror networks to get alerted on that. But it's a huge bust, and after 1947, this is the biggest thing that has happened to India. And thanks to all our Intel team, securities people, like, they have done a wonderful job.
Yeah, they have done this.
I don't know what's your opinion on it, but
of course, they have done a tremendous job. It's where, I mean, every citizen of this country, as we are as we are living now, it is all due to the time and tireless efforts that those people put 24/7, 365 days. Without them, this country wouldn't have been into how it is now. And I mean, the trust factor has been shattered to the extent where the moment people have got to know that doctors are white collared because they are considered as Vaidyo Narayana Hari, the moment that they get to know that the people of that profession are involved into this kind of a terror bust, naturally the trust factor is shattered. It's beyond words.
And one thing I think I would tell to all the viewers, we say that education will actually eradicate terrorism, but the mindset of that particular terror mindset, if you educate, they are going to do multiple times. You'll have a multiple effect. So less educated, if someone is kind of has a terrorized mindset, the impact could be little lesser. But if some educated gets into this sort of a thing, the magnitude of impact is quite huge. Luckily, the intels and the security forces saved us.
At least they were on time. At least when
Definitely they are on time. So in a nutshell, 2025, how do we put India? I think India has done quite brilliantly. And definitely there is a scope of improvement in terms of how we communicate, how we voice out, and how we manage whatever the good things are that we are doing. And definitely a nightmare for entire security forces and the intel, because I think it's been a very, very hard work for them, because they have been continuously on the run. And the Home Minister, I think they're working on the SIR, and dealing with Naxals and all. They wanted to completely deal out the problems and all. So interesting things have taken up in 2025, and we have been proven as a global power post Op Sindur 1.0. Many people don't realize that it's that Op Sindur operation that created India a space in the bigger table. Now we are a global power.
Very true, very true. So and that on the mic crew is your clean, crisp aerial view of India in 2025, a year where the country moved slower than some wanted, faster than others expected, but always in its own direction.
And the direction where we want.
Of course. So here is the thing about India right now. It is not trying to impress anyone. It is not trying to copy anyone either. It is trying to become itself, a self-sustained, a confident nation writing its own script in a noisy world. So as we step forward, ask yourself, is India shaping the world more, or is India finally shaping itself? Think about it. I'm your host, Voice Veda. This is On the Mic, and you already know what to do. Share, like, subscribe, comment, and keep that curiosity switched on. See you in the next episode.
And definitely leave your comments on your thoughts on this particular video. And if there is anything that you want us to cover, we'll definitely cover. But please do like, share, and subscribe.
Certainly that helps. Good night. Har Har Mahadev.
Thank
Jai
you.
Hind.